Hi, everybody. It is Sunday, February 23rd, 2014. It's been 3 weeks since I posted, and I'm going to get right into the results. Over the last 3 weeks, I gained 4 pounds, so I'm at 214. My arms went up a half an inch on each side, so I'm at 13 there. My chest is 47 and a half, so I went up an inch there. My waist is 45, so I went up a half inch there. Hips went up to 53, so I went up a half inch there. And my thighs went up to 26 and a half on each side, so I went up a half inch on each thigh. So overall, with the inches and weight, I gained 4 pounds and I gained 3.5 inches over 3 weeks. Now, the reason being is because I've been sick, and with the weather being the way it is, been being trapped inside, and with me not working, I'm not doing anything. So it's been very hectic on me, and and it's not that the Garcinia is not working. It's just that um, I have not been taking it faithfully. There's been days I forgot to take it completely. There's days I've taken it like maybe once or twice. So a lot of it's my fault because I haven't been dedicated to it like I should be. Um, and considering for 3 weeks, that's all I did gain. That's not really bad considering the depression that I have been in. And everything else, and with me not working and the bills coming in, the money not rolling in, being very stressful, those things all weighing, and me just being stuck in the house because of the weather. You really can't go nowhere or do nothing. I've been stuck inside, so it's like all I've been doing is like eating, and because of me being me being sick, sleeping. So um, we all know that's not good to eat and sleep, and then me not taking the pills on top of it. So for considering all that has gone on or I should say that hasn't gone on the last 3 weeks, considering that I only gained 4 pounds and 3.5 inches, that's really not that bad. So I mean, I'm quite shocked. Um, but considering the depression and everything else with me not working, I've kind of been having my own little self pity party, I guess you would say. And when I started taking the pills more faithfully as of 2 days ago. So, and I forgot how the Garcinia has the mood enhancer in it. So I haven't been feeling as bad. Haven't been feeling so well. There's other reasons why I haven't been feeling depressed. I actually just pulled my whole head out of my ass. Um, just when I got on the scale and saw the weight, I'm like, no, I'm not going back up that route. So by me deciding to pull my head out of my ass and start taking the pills faithfully, I also started to notice a change in my mood, my just overall view on things. I started to feel happy again. So it's surprising that I forgot how the Garcinia changes that. It helps you um, just feel better overall. So it has those things in it that does its magic on your head. So I forgot all about that, and I'm glad that I am back on it because I'm feeling much better. Um, and I actually started to go to the gym with my girlfriend, and the other day we went, and she had said, we were on the treadmill. We were on the treadmill for an hour or for half an hour. And then she's like, okay, what do you want to do next? I'm like, I don't know. It's your gym. I'll follow you because I've never been to that particular gym before. So she's like, okay. So we go over to the elliptus or elliptical, whatever the hell it's called. And I had been on one of those before. Um, but I forgot that I hate it. And after 5 minutes of being on it, I remembered I hated it, and I remembered why I hated it. So if you're, like 140 and skinny or very athletic, then you probably like that machine because it is a good machine. It works your whole entire body out. If you're heavy, um, higher up in weight, or if you're big chested, you don't like that machine. because you've got this going on, and then you're doing this, and every step is like an earthquake of Mother Nature pulling gravity to places. I know. So I lasted maybe 15 minutes on it, and then I told her, so, okay, I'm getting off. I had enough, but you go ahead and rock out. I'll stand right here and talk to you. So I probably look like the fat cop out that was sitting next to the skinny girl working out. I didn't care. I just couldn't take that machine. And then the next day we were on the treadmill the whole hour. So I mean, as long as I stay away from that, you know, I could do the bike, put me on the treadmill, you could put me on the stair climber, you know, put me on the actual weight machines, things of that nature, the rowers, I could do those, but that elliptic thing, oh no, it's just, it's so awkward feeling when you're big and you're heavy chested, that it's like every down step, it's just, so no, I will veto that machine altogether. And then the other day, Friday, I was going to work out here, and went downstairs. My son had switched out the TVs because the TV that I bought for the downstairs was bigger than the TV that he had got for Christmas in his room. So he swapped them. Well, when he swapped them, something with the screwing on the back with the cables or whatever to the actual cable box got messed up. I don't know if it was just an older box they had gave us, or whatever. So now I got to take that back to the company to exchange it. I need one with an HDMI cable on it because the TV has an HDMI cable, and since the box on it is all messed up. But it took me like an hour and a half just I was trying to figure out why the TV reception wasn't coming in like it should have been. All in all, boiled down to was a cable box. But the hour and a half that I had fiddled with it, I had anticipated on walking on the treadmill. Because the way I work when I work out here is either on demand or I'll go through the movie channels and I'll put on a movie. Because I like to watch a movie while I'm walking on the treadmill, because I don't pay attention to the dialogue or how long I've been on it or focus on that I'm on it. I focus on whatever it is I'm watching. It takes my mind off it so that I can stay on it longer. So that was kind of like an epic fail. Anyway, and I tried to do this video yesterday, and I'm not even going to go into it, but it was just such a headache. It just didn't even happen. So unfortunately, I'm re-recording today, and I'm going to try to post today. So we are on Sunday. And I'm considering everything that has been going on, and I've been getting a lot of you, and it's funny because it's a lot of you have been asking the same thing, or I should say we're all kind of like in the same boat. I'm getting a lot of, I don't want to say complaints, concerns maybe would be the better word, from a lot of you from the women, the men, no, but from women. And the reason why I decided not to reply to you guys in your messages on Facebook is because I decided to do it here because I was getting so much of a volume on this particular subject. So I just figured I would do it over the video. Not feeling sexy. Why your man's not touching you? Do you think he's cheating? What was the other one that she's thinking he needs to go and get Viagra because he's just not, their relationship is just not strong in that area. So, I mean, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm in the same boat with you guys. I have been having a self-pity party for the last 3 weeks. No job, depression, the money, these kind of things all coming into play. When you feel that depression kicking in, and you don't feel you're depressed. I mean, you know you're depressed, but you don't mentally. It's not like you say, "Oh, I'm depressed, so let me pull myself out." It doesn't really work like that. If it did, then nobody would be depressed. But like with me feeling the way I have been, I haven't. When we feel shitty, crappy, not sexy, not appealing, we promote that. And as odd as that sounds, if you've ever been anywhere and you walk in and you see this lady walk in and she's just, she's got her shoulders up, her head up, just promoting herself so strongly, that even the women are like, wow, she promotes it. We do the same thing. If we don't feel that we're sexy, we don't promote that we're sexy. Men pick up on that. They're like, they don't want confrontation. They don't want to argue with you. They're afraid that anything they say to you, you're going to turn it around, which we usually do, and start a fight. So, with that being said, you've got to believe that you're sexy and that you feel, that you want to be approached. Because if they get that vibe that they can't approach you, they're not going to approach you. So, it's not necessarily them. And we all want to say it is them. And I mean, I can't say that men are dogs, because they are dogs and they will do it if they get the chance. 90% of them. There's a few 10% that are actually real, legit, good men. But the 90%, they are natural dogs, but a lot of it is because we drive them to do what they do. We don't want to take fault at that. We don't. We're too set up, we're women. That's how we are. We don't like to admit we're wrong. We don't like to take blame. We're good at pushing the blame. But it's us. When we don't promote it, they don't want to attempt it. They don't want to battle, unless you got an idiot who just likes to rape you without no indication. They're just horn dogs. And there's few out there. And if you like that type and that you're with them and you're okay with it, hey, it's all good. It doesn't matter. But a lot of them, we have to let them know that we want them to either touch us, talk to us, or even, give them that indication that it's okay for them to make that first move. And I know you're all sitting back going, what? No, I'm so hot, this and that. Trust me, you could be the most gorgeous ass person. And if you're giving off that vibe that they're unsure of, they're not going to attempt that fate to get into an argument. Men don't like arguments. Even the most biggest fighters, they don't like that when it comes to that area. Physical fights, yes, but that kind of a fight, they don't want. So if they don't get that indication from you that it's okay to proceed to approach you, then they're not going to. So you got to take a good look at yourself and be like, am I giving him the signals? Am I walking around in sweatpants and baggy shirts, with everything tucked back, the hair pulled back, no makeup, no lipstick? Do I ever look at him? Do I ever stop to talk to him? Little things like that. Do I bring him a glass of pop, or do I, get his coffee in the morning? Do I get up with him in the morning when he goes to work, or at night, or am I home when he gets home? Do I greet him? Little things like that they pick up on, that they think that, she wants me. As odd as it sounds, but that's things that they do. When you don't give them the indication that you want them, and then you give off that persona that you don't want to be approached, they will leave you alone. Not that they want to, but they will, just to be safety, because they don't want to fight. So it's not necessarily that they don't want you. It's not necessarily that they don't find you attractive anymore. It's just that you're not letting them see you in an attractive manner. You've got to change yourself. So now during this time of the year, for us who live in like areas like me with weather conditioning to winter, meaning snow, shitty ass weather, cold, we eat more during this time, because our bodies, and people like who are in extreme climates, they get really cold. You understand what I'm talking about. You eat more because you're trying to keep your body warm. Now, you people that are in Arizona and California that are talking to me, and in the more, in Africa where it's more warmer climates, I'll probably talk to you guys actually in your messages, because we'll go into a little bit more detail. There might be something else that maybe you're overlooking or that you didn't tell me, but I'll talk to you, because there's a few of you, but a lot of you are in the majority of, weather conditions of winter. So just make a little adjustment to yourself, do those little things. Touch him, rub his back, grab his neck, maybe graze his ear, little things like that, that spark in them that you're giving them the indication that it's a go. It could even be just a simple look. You could just be like, stop by when, say, like if he's in the living room, you're in the kitchen, you're walking around, and maybe to go into the hallway to do laundry or something, or put laundry away, just stop and glance at him. Give them that straight that's there, and they're like, why is she staring at me? Hey, she's staring at me. Boom, you've already broke the ice. You're good as golden. You know, if you want to light the candles in the bedroom, whatever. If not, hey, just go for it. Because if you're like me, straight and info, it don't matter. It's all good. Anytime, anywhere, anywhere. Um, so those are good things, because like even when we're out, almost been married 20 years, and we still get told when we're out in public, why don't you guys get a room? He's always begging me to stop. We're out in public, and I'm like, I don't care. I'll grab his ass. Things like that. So I always let him know that, I'm at that level. And the last 3 weeks, I haven't been doing so much of myself, but I think we've been together long enough that he knows, that it's me, and that if he just rides it out, it'll be okay. So I'm not saying that nothing's been active for 3 weeks. That don't happen with me. But I'm just saying, as far as me feeling like my normal self, I haven't, and he knows that, and he backs off. He's like, "Ooh, she's testy. Let me walk around with eggshells." So, your guys probably do the same thing. And it's a lot of you. I mean, I'm not trying to say it's you, it's your fault. But yeah, I am. It's yours. No. You got to look at what you have been doing that maybe or what you were doing when it was really good versus what you're not doing now. And do a little self-evaluation there, see if there's anything maybe you haven't been doing, or, and if it isn't you, and you start to promote those things, you start to touch him, you start to be around him, start to graze him, start talking to him more, things like that, and he still is very distant, then there might be something a little bit more. You might have caught on to it too long, and he's already strayed away, and you need to pull him back. I don't think anything is ever too far gone to where you need to give up. Unless, there's some circumstances that, yes, after you've tried and they reluctantly keep, then they're just not into you. They're just using you, and you need to kick them to the curb regardless. Then he's just an asshole. And you deserve better, because you're beautiful, and you know it, and he's just using you and don't respect you. So if that's the kind of level, then just kick him out. And then trust me, he might not act like he cares the minute you do it, but the minute he notices you're done and you're moving on, then he'll try to be a sneaky snake. He wants to come back and be like, "Oh, babe, I miss you. I'm sorry," because he don't want to see you happy, and you deserve to be happy. So don't let them play their games on you. But if you do slight things and you will probably notice a difference. So try that, and if that does fail, then obviously send me messages, and we'll still talk. But so I have pulled my head out of my ass. I have been back on the Garcinia, doing it faithfully, 1 pill, 1 hour before each meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm already noticing a difference in just my overall feeling. So that's a plus. And I'm going to start trying to get downstairs, and I'm going to be working out with my girlfriend at the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm going to try to incorporate here at the house on Wednesdays, or Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays if I can. If not, at least I'm getting 2. So I'm going to try to work that out. So that's a plus. So hopefully we'll have results next week, maybe next Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'm not quite sure when, or maybe the Monday, somewhere around this time. So it's a whole week from when I posted today, of results being positive, and we can get back on track, or I should say I can get back on track to my goal, because the Garcinia does work. So I just got to be faithful to it. I got to do what I got to do, and quit slacking, and quit having the self-pity party. So, these are things that I'm going to do, and I'm going to feel better about myself, because I already am. And we'll just see you next week. And until then, you guys have a great week and enjoy. And I keep seeing the sun trying to peek its head out, so hopefully the snow will be gone, and we can see some grass, and maybe be getting outside, get the cabin fever out of here and all the crap, and open the doors and the windows. It'd be so nice. But until then, we'll see you later. Bye.